you all. Welcome down here to the South Bowen Football and Netball Club in Geelong, or in Belmont, I should say. Let's get our suburbs correct. It's cold outside, but it's warm in here. Geelong, the greatest team of all. Made your own banner. Well done. I like it. Hey, this is called That's Good for Footy panel show. It's also called tonight Footy Funatics. We've got two stars here from the Geelong Football Club. You've probably heard of them. Yeah, I reckon we have. Yeah, good on you, Damo. Of course we have. We've got the lovely Joel Selwood and the lovely Scott Selwood. We're going siblings tonight. I really like that. We're pretty happy to have this situation of being down here in Geelong and having these two champions on the show tonight, so we're pretty happy. I want to explain to you Footy Funatics. It's on every Wednesday night. We do them live from venues all across Melbourne. In this instance, we've got, as I said, two players from the Geelong Football Club. This is where the fans meet the players and the players meet the fans. What do I mean by that? You guys will get to find out a little bit about the boys, and they'll get to find out a little bit about you. We'll get photos taken at half-time. You can line up over there in front of that banner and we'll get some photos. We take them with your camera phone, which is pretty cool. So we'll get that done at half-time as well. We're at the halfway mark. We've just gone past it. All right, we're heading into finals now. There's no more buys. Geelong have been in the finals before. Will they be there again? What do you think? Yeah. Of course they bloody will. So that's all I wanted to allude to. It's Hump Day, Wednesday. It's that Wednesday, that part of the week where you've got the weekend to look forward to and you've just been through Monday and Tuesday and you're like, let's get back into football. That's what we want to do. And we're going to talk about it tonight, and we've got two champions that are going to get into us with us, all right? Our first panellist, he was born on the 27th of March in 1990. He debuted in 2008. He was West Coast best and fairest in 2012. He's played 145 games. Wait. And he's kicked 39 goals. He wears the number 16 on his back. Please welcome to the stage, Scott Selwood.
We are Geelong, the greatest team of all. We are Geelong,
Anywhere you like,
always
mate.
on the ball. We
There you go.
play the game as it should.
You feel a long way away down there, but
I know.
it's nice and
for having
intimate. We feel like we're in the lounge room of everybody's house right now, so if you feel like you're getting intimate with us, yeah, why not? Let's get into it though. Our second panellist, he was born on the 26th of May 1988. He debuted in 2007. He is a three-time premiership player of 07, 09 and 11. All-Australian 2009, 10, 13 and 14. Runner-up best and fairest. I've got a long time to go here, Joel, so you might want to take a seat. 2010, 13, 15 best and fairest. He's played 242 games, kicked 143 goals. He wears number 14 on his back. Joel Selwood.
We are Geelong, the greatest team of all. We are Geelong, we're always on the ball.
I could have kept going, but I just said...
Play the game as it should be.
No, that was
I
great.
prefer if you just stop.
Yeah,
And
let's
so do
just
the
leave it
guys
at that.
here. There's some kids in the room that probably need to get home.
I like it.
Stevie Johnson was always famous for that.
Yeah,
He-
yeah.
He didn't mind waiting and hearing it all out because he goes for quite a while also.
Yeah, I actually remember doing it once with him, and I nearly got to the end, and he goes, more. So I just went, no, that's enough. Hey, I just wanted to say it's wonderful to have the Selwood brothers here on That's Good for Footy, and thanks for being available.
Yeah, no, it's good. We actually haven't done too much together. The club usually sends us in different directions. So,
We've done an ad for cinemas before that I think everyone's seen, and I'll bring it up before it gets brought up. So it's probably not our finest moment, but hopefully the kids in the future don't find that one.
No, that'll be the first and last time we'll be talking about it tonight, if that makes you feel any more comfortable. Boys, what I'm going to do, we're going to get straight into it. I'm going to ask a few questions. I'm actually going to go to you first, Scott, with the question. The same question will come back to you, Joel, but we'll go with you first, cab off the rank. Scott, this segment, ladies and gentlemen, is called What About Me? Yeah, that's super. We get everyone involved straight off the cuff. No mucking around here. We always say, I like this because if you say, I love that song by Shannon Noel, we go, yeah, right, you're not in that demographic. If you go back to moving pictures, then we know what age demographic you are. So what we're going to do here, boys, I'm going to ask you a series of questions. We'll start with you, Scott. When you were growing up, which team did you hate the most?
Oh, which team? It's always Collingwood, I think, and I was a Richmond supporter, so Collingwood was an easy one to hate for me. Yeah,
okay. And Joel?
Well, I was a Geelong supporter growing up, and I've always hated Hawthorn, and that continues. So.
You're going to win a lot of fans tonight, I can
win
tell.
a lot of fans. It's a good week. We play Hawthorn. A big week for Hawthorn with Hodges 300.
300,
so,
yeah.
Plenty happening.
Yeah, absolutely. Can you remember the emotion of being told you're in the team for the first time, Scott?
Yeah, I still do actually. John Worsfold called me in and said, you're going to play your first game, half-back flank. And at the time, Ryan Corelli was playing as a forward. And I sat on the bench for the first 12 minutes of the game and thought I sat there for 12 minutes too long and then ran out there. And Ryan Corelli kicked a goal on me in the first 5 seconds and probably thought this AFL career is going to be pretty short-lived. So didn't think it would last long, but it was enjoyable nonetheless.
Right. Excellent. Good answer.
Mine was sort of remember it. It was... we played the pre-season cup, the NAB Cup back then, and Matty Stokes had been reported. He got reported up in Darwin.
Yep.
And then Shannon Burns was out with an injury, so I had to come and Ken Hinckley gave me a tap on the shoulder and said I'm going to play in his forward line. And
Right.
it was the first and last time that he ever told me that I was ever going to play in his forward line because I went no good in my first ever game. So
Yeah, right. Okay.
I think it was 8 touches and about 5 or 6 free kicks against.
Yeah,
so
wow.
just trying a bit too hard.
Well, at least you've got a good memory of it. Can you remember pulling on the jumper for the first time? We'll go with a Geelong jumper.
Yeah, I vividly remember the Geelong jumper. It was quite a proud moment, I think, and it was quite a big build-up. I hadn't played footy for about 12 months, and it was very exciting. We played Essendon, and Essendon last year obviously really poor, and we should have smashed them, but it was actually quite a tight game, and it was good to win and be in the circle for the first time when we sung the song.
Yeah, good on you, mate.
Mine was against the Bulldogs, round 1 of 07, and I can't really remember it too much. The whole game was a bit of a phase, as you can probably tell by my stat sheet too. But just always enjoyable. You sort of still pinch yourself every time you put it on now.
Yeah, great. Yeah, good feeling. Okay. Who is the best player at the club?
I was going to say you.
Yeah, and I'll say Paddy.
We are playing with a very special human at the moment. I think we can all appreciate that in the room. And, he's playing as good as any of the other stars that I've played with along the journey too, with Gazza and Jimmy at their best. Awesome. Even Joel Corey I put into that sort of category. And played with some stars, but Paddy's definitely playing, and he's probably only played 38, 40 games with us, but they have been some top-notch games.
Yeah, bloody good games. Yeah. That's really cool. Good answer. And I like that you came up with it too. All right. Who's the worst dresser at the club?
That's an easy one.
Yeah. He's going to say me there. I've got a housemate. I've got a house with Tim House is a pretty bad dresser. Tommy Hawkins is a shocking dresser.
Yeah,
Tom Lonigan as well.
Yeah, it's a bit in the name, the Tom name. I was going to say, Tom Lonigan, but Tom Hawkins. Yeah. He brought the private school. I don't mean to be
facetious in any way,
pretentious at all, but he brought the private school dress sense to Geelong, and it just didn't quite fit in. So you got to fit in when you come to Geelong.
Yeah, you don't dress like you get playing golf every day in Geelong. Yeah, I get it. What's your favourite interstate ground to play on?
Oh, back in the day when I was with West Coast, it used to be the G. You used to always love playing at the G, but now I haven't played at Adelaide Oval yet. Everyone keeps raving about Adelaide Oval, but just at West Coast we had some pretty dour times. So just whenever we won away, it was quite a big feat. So just any time we won, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's definitely Adelaide Oval. Yeah. Nowadays they are. They
turn it on.
It's as loud as this in there when the music gets going, and against Port Adelaide too. They obviously sing the song at the start of the game, and it makes you sort of the hair stand up.
Yeah,
so
right.
Definitely enjoyable.
Brilliant, excellent.
Who would have thought we would have said Adelaide all those years
exactly.
back? When we were travelling out to Footy Park, and it was you go to the ground, and it was sort of on a little bit of a hill, and you're going, are we really playing out here? Port Adelaide couldn't get the fans out there. Yeah. Adelaide could only get the fans out there when they were playing well. Yeah. But it's a super, super place to go and watch footy now if you do get the chance. Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it myself. Who was the one player when you were growing up that you just hated or despised?
Oh, good question. Being a Richmond fan, Richo was one of my favourites, but he was also one of my most hated on days too. He used to crack the shits pretty well. So I used to love him and hate him at the same time.
Okay, yeah. And Joel?
Oh, that's a tough question. Yeah. If you ask nowadays, you could probably say someone, but you'd probably keep a little bit tight-lipped too. That's why I thought I might have to go back in time with that. Yeah, back in time. I can't even really think of really disliking someone that much. Dermy or anything? Dermy's an easy choice, so I'll go with him. Yeah.
All right. Well, sticking with that Hawthorn despise theme, what's the hardest? One of the hardest things about being a footballer, from your point of view?
Good question. I don't know.
I'll go first.
Yeah.
Probably people not knowing exactly what's going on.
Yeah. Okay.
And I've had it recently with the concussion stuff.
Yep.
So it was nice to, have a rant yesterday or the day before
Yeah.
whenever I did it. And, what happens with my doctor and all that. And, you're playing it out throughout the week and how you're feeling and the symptoms and all that, that no one else knows, but, has an opinion on, and whether you're a special expert commentator or, you just have an opinion.
Yep.
Without having the information.
Speculation.
And facts at hand.
Yep.
That's the most annoying thing, I think.
Yeah, right.
Even when it comes to game day and you might be doing a roll or, Scoot might be doing a roll on someone, or, Tom Hawkins might be playing it, deep forward for a reason, or even higher up the ground to give Paddy more room by himself in the goal square. Like, just little things like that where we just probably miss, and we just need that special experts to come in a little bit more.
I get you.
And then I think the other one's just injuries. Injuries always suck. They take star players out of the game and they prevent players from playing at their best. So we've got a great team at the footy club and same at West Coast, but it's always just a hard part of footy that's it's never going to be perfect, never going to be right, but unfortunately it's a part of it.
Yeah.
The sub rule was always an easy one if we were to date back, but we can't date back now because that's out of the game, and thank God it is.
Yeah. One of the interesting ones from my point of view is just the sacrifice that you have to give up. It's not like you can't go out with your mates on a Friday night. You can't head down to the Barwon Club and have a few beers down there. It's like...
It's not the case, but you say sacrifice, and then we have Nigel Lappin quickly to remind us that it's an investment that we're making too.
Yeah.
So,
That's
that's
good.
where he got it from his great coach in Lee Matthews.
Yeah.
So we're quickly reminded how lucky we are too in the place the role that we do get to play.
Yeah, great. Yeah, I like that.
I'll back that up.
Yeah, beautiful. Okay. If there was a story in the newspaper about you, what would the headline say?
He's ducking. He's ducked again.
He's ducked
What's he
again.
doing? 7 free kicks, all ducking.
He's still ducking.
I said ducking too.
Yes,
I didn't say anything else. So.
We don't need spell check here. Yeah.
Mine would probably just say he's ducking too, so we've copped it a little bit, but I don't think it ever gets old for people.
Yeah, all right, good. Who's the Mr. Know-It-All at the club now that Jimmy's gone?
Yep, good point. Mark Blitzarves.
Yeah, definitely Mark Blitzarves actually, yeah. Paddy's very good at knowing everything, but he can keep a little bit tight-lipped, but Mark Blitzarves is the one that's
He's
definitely...
more than happy to sprout it.
Yeah, he'll tell everyone and anyone. If you've walked through the footy club and had a coffee at Charles & Co., he's there telling you a story and telling you some dirt on someone.
Andrew Mackey, also very good.
Okay, yeah, I've heard that. Who's the most annoying player at your club or in the league? You can choose or you can answer both.
Yeah, I mean, Hayden Ballantyne's the easy one.
Yeah.
But, there's probably a few that get around, but Mark Blitzarve's probably on our team. He's probably one of my best mates at the club, but he's also most annoying too.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I'll probably back that up. In the past, it was Dogger, Steve Johnson. He was the most annoying. Most of the time on the field because we didn't know what he was doing, but we could work our way around it because we had enough good players.
Yeah.
And he probably is the bloke that says the most to us now from an opposition side.
Yeah.
So I'll stick with the Dogger.
And tell me really quickly, was he getting in Tom's ear last weekend at that, where Tom...
Well, we're not the right people to ask. I was sitting in the box and he was sitting on the couch at home. So.
But all right, let's go with what do you think?
Well, yeah, he would have said something about his weight. Stevens gets pretty personal too, and if you follow Tom's Instagram, it's either the farm or Arabella that he's putting up. So, probably one of those two
Something
things.
along those lines. There you go. All right, yeah, beautiful. What I wanted to ask you, what is better, mark or goal of the year?
I know I'm never going to do either, but I think I'd like to take Mark. I've never actually jumped very high before, so Mark would be pretty cool.
Okay.
Yeah, I like the mark too.
Yeah.
Yep. That picture of Jeremy Howe the other week,
yeah.
getting that extended height was, a nice
brilliant.
picture.
Yeah, absolutely. Is there someone at the club behind the scenes who you admire for their dedication and passion?
Yeah, Nigel Lappin's the one probably that
Yep.
probably sticks out the most. He's crazy football head and probably a little bit crazy full stop, but he just works so hard and just loves his job. Really passionate about developing people and players, and not just as footy players but as people as well. And
Great.
and I love the work he does and the way he relates to players. And he was a superstar, but he'll never admit it. And in fact, he hates admitting it. So quite a humble person.
Yeah, good.
Yeah,
Okay.
I agree. That's
Same.
good.
All right, lovely. Who should we keep an eye out for at the club, up and coming?
Brandon Parfitt's a pretty easy one, but another kid who's just done his knee, Quinton Narkle, I think is going to be pretty special. He's got a great attitude and he's done some things at training that's made the best of the boys look pretty stupid, and you sort of sit there and he does it with a brush off his shoulder, so he doesn't even know what he's doing. But I think he's going to be pretty good one to watch.
Yeah, good.
We've got to see a few of them of late too. With we've been a bit depleted with injuries, and boys have been forcing their way into the side. So we saw Sam Simpson and Buzz Nation, Wally Buzzer, the last couple of weeks,
Buzz Nation.
which I think he's self-given himself that name, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, self-appointed, really?
Self-appointed, yeah. So he's been running with it.
Yeah.
But
Buzz Nation.
the one that probably if you're going along to the twos, Jermaine Jones has put a good last month together. So he's a Indigenous boy that Wellesley went and found when he was watching an interleague game, looking at another kid. But Jermaine was an emergency that game, but played and kicked 5 goals. And
God, you love those stories.
It was a nice find.
Yeah, absolutely. Little gem. Who is or was your favourite footy player growing up?
Yeah, I think I've already mentioned it. Matty Richardson, Tigers supporter, but I sort of used to just copy whatever Joel did as well, and I sort of tried to follow the players he liked as well. So I'll let him in.
Who was that from your point of view then?
Well, barracking for Geelong, I was senior, and then I put Lee Colbert's number on the back, and then he ran away. So I didn't put a number on the back after that, but I followed Paul Kelly from Sydney. Enjoyed watching him play.
Brilliant.
A bit of a bull.
Yeah.
And they were playing, he was Paul Kelly to Lockett back then.
Yeah.
So I enjoyed seeing that
Brilliant.
combo.
Yeah. What was your favourite footy memory growing up?
Joel and I used to have this bedroom where we used to have bunk beds, and it used to start out with this soft footy and no balls in the house like every other family, but we had every sort of football that you could possibly have in the bedroom, and we just used to play. I used to get 40 goals head start, and he'd just keep playing until he beat me, and there'd be 41-40, and then the next time it'd be 50 goals and it'd be 51-50. So it's a small memory that we used to play with socks as well, and it's a small memory of that probably sticks in my childhood the most. And
I love it.
that was pretty enjoyable now when you look back on it.
Beautiful. Thanks for sharing.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we had a pretty rank-looking trampoline too that we used to stand up on its side and used to throw the ball up over it and try and take a hanger on it and make it fall over. So we're making sure we're jumping with enough weight. So we're learning little sort of traits along the way that we could sort of, take into our footy careers.
Fantastic. Excellent. I love it. All right. Who was the one player you would want to have to kick the ball after the siren?
We're all laughing. Not Tom Hawkins, is it? It was until 2 weeks ago.
Dan Menzel, I think he's just so confident in his ability, and we're probably confident in him that he really backs himself in. He was a little bit iffy there when he first came back last year, but he's definitely straightened himself out now, and he just never seems to miss.
Great story for football, that boy.
Yeah, he is. And I would put the ball in the hands of the Tomahawk.
Yep.
He let us down. He owes us 4 points. He knows that, but he's won us a few over the journey, which we've been appreciative of. So, I'd put it back in his hands.
Good on you, mate. All right. Who would you most like to meet on the planet if you could?
Oh, yeah, you might want to go first with this one.
In case
I didn't expect we were going to get that one. Well, John Cena was in town the other day. I wouldn't mind catching up with John Cena, but we were in Brisbane.
Okay.
And young little friend of our Bryce, got to catch up with him.
Yeah.
So we're going to go find out about that story.
Okay.
Who else would we like to?
American sports, so probably basketball. I'll stay away from Jordan because that's the easiest answer alive, I think. But yeah, I like the Spurs and what they've done. I like their coach, and so probably Greg Popovich for me. And
Cool.
something a bit different, someone a bit different, but I think he's a pretty good coach and someone
Excellent.
to learn off.
I can tell you every time I ask that question, 9 times out of 10 it's LeBron James. You know, so that's way cool. All right, well done. What's the worst item of clothing that you own but you can't throw it out?
These jeans are not, they're not the best things, but I got given them from Scott for Christmas, so I thought I better put them to use. So.
That's right. Cotton On's always been pretty handy for that. But, I bought my pair. We've never had Ugg boots or anything before growing up, and my housemates decided to buy me a pair, and I think they bought ones that come from the Salvos or something because they looked like they had been a little bit worn in and things like that. So I think it's probably nearly time for them to go.
All right, yeah, they're out the window. What's your favourite karaoke go-to song? We're not going to do it.
Yeah, that's all right.
Good
Then.
idea.
I'm Foo Fighters. Anything by the Foo Fighters,
Cool.
I'll have a go at as long as I've had 10 beers as well.
And he can dance. He's actually not too bad. So. And I'd go to
That's
the
11
Killers.
beers.
So
The Killers? Oh, yeah, brilliant.
Yeah.
Hot Fuss
and
album?
they're good. And it's good to know that they're coming out grand final time.
Absolutely,
So hopefully it's
yeah.
a big grand final day for the Cats and the
How
Killers
nice
all in
would
one. That
be?
would be
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, good little package. What's your favourite perk outside of footy, boys? Is it recognition, discounts, product giveaways, merchandise, or drink cards?
Being Joel Selwood's brother is pretty handy. I mean,
That's a
coming
perk
back
in
to
itself.
Geelong, I didn't realise if they told me how much you got off when you were Joel Selwood's brother, I would have come back a couple of years earlier. But, besides that,
I'm going to go with that. That's a great
I'm gonna
answer.
take that one.
He's running with that. Well, probably what Scott's found is living in Geelong's a perk too. Like, you know, we came from Bendigo, so pretty simple living, affordable.
Yes.
And then he quickly found out when you live in Perth that, you know, it can skyrocket. A coffee costs $5, and he's back here now and getting it for $3.50. So he's happy with that. But yeah, you know, I just think living, you know, here in Geelong.
Yeah.
It's been a great move for me.
That's great.
I've got him now. I've got an older brother, Troy, that's living in town with 2 kids, and Mum and Dad have just made the move too. So
Fantastic.
slowly getting them all here.
That's awesome. Well done. You must feel like the Pied Piper, mate. They're all like following.
Yeah.
And that's good.
Unless they're just coming because I'm Joel Selwood. But
He doesn't,
Maybe that's
he doesn't realise the perks.
Hey, well done. Hey, Scott Selwood, the number one song on the day that you were born was this.
You can't touch this. You can't touch this.
It's not bad. No, I don't expect you to remember it. It's mainly for the people in the room.
No, I reckon I've danced to that a few times. It's
Yeah.
definitely been up there.
I could see that one. And Joel Selwood, the number one song on the day that you were born was this.
Out of my dreams, get into my car.
Have you heard it? I don't know. It's Billy Ocean. Get out of my dreams and get into my car.
Jeez, that's a good find.
Yeah, we always like to entertain on this show. All right, this is at this point we actually take some questions from the floor, and we've got Sandy out there doing that. So, who have you got there, Sandy?
I got Vin.
Hello, Vin.
I think Vin is the only one I got.
Oh, that's so good.
This is for Joel. How you doing? We had Tommy Stewart up here a few weeks ago, and I did ask him the question, and I said I'd find out because you were coming here on Wednesday night. How does he get into the cool club?
How does Tommy get into it? It takes time. He's still in the group. You got to be respected before you like. So he's a long way back right now. But you know, he's just had this surgery. He's actually come out okay from it. Bit of plastic surgery. Got sort of the face cut, pulled down over his eye. So he has this picture that's going around the club at the moment that you can actually see his eyeballs through his skin. So
Wow.
he's getting there.
Would that not nearly clarify him to be in your club?
Not yet.
No, yeah. That's
He's
not hard.
coming though.
Yeah, I do that when I get out of the shower. Yeah. All right. What else we got, Sam?
I got Karen here.
Hello, Karen.
Hi. Would you ever have believed in your wildest dreams as children you'd be doing this together?
Definitely not me. No, I always had a passion for footy, but Joel was he probably saw the dream, and I just sort of followed Joel, to be honest with you. And he always knew what to do, how to get better, and things like that. And he sort of drew out the blueprint for me. So I still don't really know what I'm doing, to be honest with you. And I just sort of go along and still try and copy Joel and still try and do things, except in my own sort of way. And pretty similar, but we're very, very lucky with what we're doing, and we're very appreciative.
Are you doing all right in my eyes, Scooter?
I've got Peter here.
Hi, Peter.
Scott, why did you come to Geelong? Was it Joel's influence or what? Because you'd run the best and fairest at West Coast.
Yeah.
So I find it strange if you win a best and fairest. What attracted you to come to Geelong?
Yeah, to be honest with you, I was never coming home. I was West Coast for life and through. And I was part of the leadership group there, and I had higher aspirations to try and be the captain there and do all that sort of stuff. But I had an ankle injury, and it was as simple as just the accumulation of setbacks in an ankle injury that started to get me a bit more frustrated with how my body was going and how it was reacting. I'd jump on a flight, it would blow up, and then I was trying to play footy the next day, and I was sitting in hotel rooms and just trying to ice it and try and get it down before a game. And you just get to a point where you're not playing well, you feel like you're letting your best mates down, and you just feel like a fresh set of eyes with the physios and doctors that is sometimes helpful. And I was probably at the stage of my career where I was probably wondering where I was at within the West Coast Eagles list, and they had a lot of good young kids coming through, and they're still coming through, and I just thought it was time for a change, and I thought, people do it with jobs, and that's the best way I'd probably try to look at it and just go, it's just a job, it's brought me here, and I was really appreciative for West Coast, what they've done, and they're a good footy club, and they were really thankful for what I'd done for them, and they got me back to the Cats, and I couldn't be any happier, to be honest with you, and just love my time here, and really appreciate what I've got, and going to try and make the most of this next sort of couple of years.
Bloody awesome. Come on, put your hands together. That was awesome. Well done, Scott.
Thank God you came.
Yeah,
Thank
great.
God you came over.
Yeah, no, that's brilliant. Quick.
Yeah, another question for Joel.
Oh.
You've got a scar on your right temple. Which game was that? Was that this year?
Yeah, that was...
Yeah, that was this year, so a fresh one. I've had a haircut today, and Scott told me that I went too short again as we walked in, as it normally is. That was Adelaide. Yeah, so it's only about a month old, so
Yeah.
it's on the mend at the moment.
Chicks dig scars, mate. Don't worry about it. It's
I
all
don't know,
good.
It hasn't worked in the past, I can tell you that. So. I've been told.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, can you please put your hands together for Scott and Joel Selwood? Thank you. I just wanted to say, boys, thank you very much for that. That's the candid part. We just... it's our way of just easing you into the show and let everybody get to know you a little bit better. And now we're going to get into our footy, because we're going to talk a little bit of footy. It is a footy panel show, but we get in and out of this as quick as we can. But we'll introduce it. It's round 17 football. Let's go. Wonderful. Thank you very much, Sam. We're going to talk about Friday's game. This is obviously Friday, July the 14th. We do these games very quickly, ladies and gentlemen, so you won't get bored. You don't have to get up and go to the toilet or lie down and have a nap. Friday, July the 14th, it's St Kilda versus Essendon. St Kilda in 7th position versus Essendon in 10th. It's at Etihad Stadium at 7:50 p.m. Let's hear the St Kilda song, Sam.
Oh, when the Saints go marching
And that'll do.
in.
Thank you very much. Let's go to the Essendon song. And that'll do with that. Okay, boys, what do you think? Who's going to win this game?
Well, we had dinner with the St Kilda captain last night, and he was pretty happy how they come off the weekend.
Yeah.
Obviously went to school in Bendigo
Yeah.
with him, and it was nice to catch up. We don't get to do it too often. He made his way down. So,
Oh, good. Excellent.
I'm going with St Kilda.
Okay.
Obviously back in good form. They probably shocked a few people with where they're at. They sat fifth
For sure.
after that win for a bit part of the round on the weekend, and they're a good footy side.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, I'm similar. I think St Kilda, the way they're playing the last sort of month, they're probably the informed team a little bit at the moment. So
Yep.
they're going to be hard to beat, I think, if they can keep that run continuing into finals.
Yep, sounds good. All right, boys. Let's go straight. Saturday, July the 15th. We're going to go to Adelaide Oval. This is Port versus North Melbourne. Port in 4th position. Let's hear their song. And that'll do. Let's go straight to North Melbourne, who are sitting 17th on the ladder. And that'll do there. Thank you, Sam. Adelaide Oval, 1:40 p.m. on Saturday, boys. Port versus North. Thoughts?
Yeah, I think the Kangaroos have been more competitive than what people have thought. They've probably sat where everyone thought they would on the ladder, but in terms of their competitiveness, I think they're right up there. And they're not a team to take lightly. They've just been falling over the last hurdle in the last sort of 4 or 5 minutes. So I think Port will do a number on them over there, though, in saying that. But they're not a team to be taken lightly in North Melbourne.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, no, I think Port will win.
Yep, good. All right. Metricon Stadium, 4:35 p.m. This is Gold Coast versus Collingwood. Gold Coast song, Sam? That'll do, thank you very much. They're in 14th position, coming up against the Pies, who are in 15th position. That'll do with that. Someone already said don't play that, because I will throw something at you. So we've stopped that song. Metricon, 4:35 p.m, Gold Coast, Collingwood. Thoughts?
Well, it would be interesting to see if the bald man comes back into the side. To be honest, as a Geelong supporter and fan right now, I don't think we're that keen on him playing too much if he is coming back. But we'll have to wait and see what happens there. Gold Coast have more to play for right now. There's a bit happening in Collingwood, isn't there?
There is, absolutely.
Yeah, and I
Watch
probably
this
think
space.
Gold Coast as well, to be honest with you. I think Collingwood are probably on their last legs for a little bit, but see how they go.
Yep, no worries, mate. Spotless Stadium, 7:25 p.m. It's GWS versus Sydney. Let's see GWS. And let's go straight to the Sydney song.
Cheer, cheer the red and the
Thank you,
white.
Sam. GWS in second position. Probably no surprises as to how their season's gone. And Sydney, 8th. I think they've been the form team of the last 4 or 5 weeks. So what are your thoughts here?
Yeah, I think Sydney can get the job done here. I've watched them pretty closely. I love the way they play, and I love they obviously beat us up pretty badly in the finals last year, and just how they started the year just shocked me especially. But I just didn't think they were that bad, and sure enough, they've found their run, and I think they can get it done against GWS. I think it's going to be a really tight tussle though.
Yeah, I think GWS. I mean, the two sides have come up against each other, twice a year because of the rivalry that they've got up there, but. GWS have just had the wood on them, so even though they're not going as well as what they probably have in the past, I think that they'll still probably win.
Okay, good. Here we go. We're heading all the way up to the Northern Territory, to TO Stadium. 7:10 p.m. on Saturday evening, this game. It's Melbourne versus Adelaide. Melbourne song, Sam?
It's a grand old flag, it's a high-flying
That'll do.
flag.
Thank you. Melbourne sitting in 5th position, coming up against the Crows, sitting in 4th.
We're the pride of South Australia.
That'll do. So Adelaide versus Melbourne. Melbourne have been playing good football considering the ins and outs that have been happening with the injuries and so forth. Adelaide been quite consistent. Should be a good game.
It should be a good game. It'll be interesting. We hope that it's super hot because we're going to Adelaide the weekend after.
Yeah, right.
So on a Friday night too. So if Melbourne can take some gas out of them, then we would appreciate that.
Yeah, cool.
Melbourne have probably played up there the last 5-6 years, so they might know the conditions a little bit more than what Adelaide do.
Okay. No
Yeah, probably Adelaide's forward line's just a little bit too good, I think, and I think they'll get the job done.
Right, beautiful. Sunday, July the 16th, ladies and gentlemen. Etihad Stadium, 1:10 p.m. It's Richmond versus Brisbane. Richmond song, Sam? That'll do. Thank you very much. They're sitting in 6th position, coming up against the Brisbane Lions, who are in 18th.
We are the pride of Brisbane town, we wear the roll.
That'll do. Thank you, Sam. What are your thoughts here, boys?
I think Richmond will probably get the job done, but we had a good seat to the Dane Zorko show on the weekend, and he is one hell of a little player.
Yeah.
And, becoming one of the elite players of the league at the moment.
Probably doesn't get, sorry, Scott, but doesn't get as much recognition because of playing up.
Oh, yeah, he doesn't. No, definitely not. And, they're building, absolutely building. And Chris Fagan obviously playing a game style at the moment that they probably won't play in 2 years' time, but teaching them lots of lessons, which as a footballer you can see what's happening.
Yeah, good. All right, sorry,
And
Scott.
Richmond for me, you're right.
Yeah, beautiful. Excellent. All right, MCG, 3:20 p.m, Sunday afternoon. It's Carlton versus the Western Bulldogs. Let's see the Blues. That'll do there. Let's go straight to the Western Bulldogs. And that'll do there. So Carlton in 16th position. They're playing very good football at the moment. I'm quite impressed just watching them. Bulldogs, on the other hand, aren't. So that's a bit of a shame. This was a game where it could be a do or die for the Bulldogs. Could be season ending if they don't get across the line. But what do you boys think?
Yeah, I think Carlton's similar to Brisbane too, and the way they're playing now will be different in a couple of years' time. The kids they've got coming through are really impressive. So I think Carlton can get the job done if their young players play well, and I think that's how we'll probably go.
Yeah, I think the Bulldogs have too much to play for, and I think that they'll be thereabouts come finals. Don't be surprised if they just limp in, and they sort of got there last year and they did some damage. So you don't write them off.
Good. Okay, watch this space. This is our second last game for this. Domain Stadium, 2:40 p.m. It's West Coast versus Freo, the Derby or the Derby. Let's hear the West Coast song. There we go. Coming up against Freo. So West Coast in 9th position, Freo in 12th. What do you reckon here, boys? Scott, you've got a bit of
I've watched
insight.
a little bit of West Coast games, and they just haven't been finishing off in the fourth quarters. So they've been playing really good footy up until that, and even us, like we played really poorly against them, but managed to hang in there long enough and almost snuck the game from them. So if they can finish off their fourth quarter, I think they win without doubt. But I think Freo, it'll be a little challenge for them.
Yeah, okay.
And I think Josh Kennedy comes back into the West Coast side this week, so I think he just straightens them up a little bit.
Good. All right. This is the game that you're all here to find out a little bit more about. This game is actually proudly brought to you by the Big Picture people, the experts in home cinema. We get them to sponsor this particular segment because this is obviously where we want to go a little bit more in depth into finding out how you guys are going to get across the line against your arch nemesis, who is this team. That'll do. So that's Hawthorn in 13th position coming up against the Cats.
We are Geelong, the greatest team of all. We are Geelong, we're always on the ball.
All right, there we go.
Play the
So we've
game
got
as it
Hawthorn
should be
versus
played.
Geelong coming up this on Saturday afternoon, MCG 1:45 p.m. What are you boys going to suggestively say to me right now that says we're going to come out and we're going to smash them? We don't care that it's Hodgie's 300th. We've got our own agenda, and that's making top 4, locking it in, and heading even further into the finals.
Yeah, I heard Scotty say the other day, it's not who you play at the moment, it's when you play them, and it couldn't be truer this year in terms of the way a team's playing. And yeah, I think if you looked at Hawthorn at the start of the year, you'd say that they're not a great team, but at the moment, the way they're playing, the way they played against GWS, their young kids are ready to take it up to the best in the business already. Yeah. So that's what you sort of have seen with the Cats in the past in terms of developing their young guys. But it looks like they're ready to go and they're ready for the challenge. So we've got to bring our best, put our best foot forward and be ready for the challenge as well.
I think we've learnt too that it doesn't matter where these two sides sit, and being a part of it for a long time, it's going to be a hell of a game.
Yep.
And Scoot hasn't been a part of it, one of them yet, and I had a feeling that he was actually probably not too bad against Brisbane and probably could have played, but I think he held himself over because I think he was hoping that to make sure that he's cherry ripe for
Fantastic.
this without saying too much to match committee because I don't sit in on it.
I was going to say.
I have a feeling that there could be a number 16 running around this weekend.
Oh, fantastic. So
I hope I'm right because I could be wrong.
We're getting the scoop on Scoot.
Well, and I could be wrong, so I could be talking shit.
If I had to listen to anyone, I'd listen to Joel Selwood, so I'll go with that. I hope you do, actually, Scott. I'm not going to be too preemptive here, but in relation to it is Luke Hodges' 300 game, they're going to come out and obviously want to do the best they can for him. How do you negate that? Like what? How do you get on top of that straight away? Is it just get out there and smash him and start kicking goals?
Push him in the dirt when we can. And but Luke Hodge, it doesn't make too much of a difference if you do that. You probably work him up to play even better, as we've been on the end of a few times. So a hell of a player, and it's hard to say, but he is a really good bloke too. Within the footy circles, he's always caring for all sorts of players apart from when he's actually playing you. And he'll go as hard as he possibly can. But that's why as a footy player and watcher, you respect him so much.
Absolutely.
And what he's been able to do with that side to be in the modern era and to win 3 premierships in a row. It's unheard of what him and Alistair have put together. So you respect it. But you look on in envy too to go, geez, you wish you were part of it, but I never want to pull on a brown and gold jumper to do it.
No, or he pull on a blue and white one as a speculation from that other
Paddy.
guy. That
I think Paddy was floating that for a little while this week. But
Well, that's it. Well, that's what we wanted to know. We've actually got the tips from round 17. I just wanted to say that game was brought to you by the Big Picture people, the experts in home cinema. 7 great locations: South Barang, Cheltenham, Fountain Gate, Hoppers Crossing, Knox City, Ozone, Water Gardens and the Gold Coast. Ladies and gentlemen, can you put your hands together for Scott and Joel, please? Thanks, boys. Well done. All right. We're about to move into the fun part of this show. We're going to let you boys, you can just sort of relax a little bit, although we will still be testing you on certain things to see whether you're paying attention or not. We need 2 contestants. Have we got them?
Yep.
Sandra's bringing them up. I'm going to introduce this segment, ladies and gentlemen. This is called You're the Voice.
Now, this is Robin from South Perth.
Hello,
she comes
Robin.
all the way from Perth.
Wow.
Or Bunbury.
Yeah, you heard
south
about
of
that's
Perth.
good for footy in Bunbury. I like that.
And,
so we've got Robin, wonderful. And who else have we got?
Big fan.
Big fan, huge fan.
And I've got Kerry here.
And Kerry.
From Geelong.
From Geelong. And you both obviously love your Geelong Football Club, don't you? Yeah, absolutely, they say. Bloody oath. What's going to happen here, ladies, if you could turn around and face the audience, what we're going to be doing here is I'm going to be asking you two ladies a series of questions. Who would you like... I'll start with you, Robin, because you were the first one that came up. Who would you like to represent, Scott or Joel?
Joel.
Joel. All right, well, you're in the right position because you're sitting right where you need to be. And Kerry gives the high five to Scott. There we go. All right, what needs to happen here, boys, if you could pick up our elaborate scoring system, that's a table tennis paddle with restaurant numbers on it. What's going to happen here, boys, you're going to be keeping score for both of these contestants. And the way that it works is I'm going to be asking Kerry a series of questions about Scott, and I'm going to be asking Robin a series of questions about Joel. And you ladies need to give me the way that this works, okay, because you are avid Geelong supporters, you're going to tell me in an answer which is either true or false. Do you have a microphone down there? Can we do a test on that, Robin? Just say hello to me.
Hello.
Oh, it works. Well done. All right, here comes your first question. True or false? All of these questions are true or false. Joel's middle name is Anthony. True or false? No help from the audience, please. Correct. Well done. You're off the score. Joel was born in Bendigo. True or false?
True.
Correct. Joel's birthday is the 26th of May. True or false?
True.
Correct. Joel debuted in 2007. True or false? True. Joel was a 4-time All-Australian. True or false?
True.
False. He's a 5-time All-Australian. So we throw those in when you just get a little bit too confident. Joel has won the...
Selling me short too, Robin. Come on.
Selling him short, I like that. Joel has won the Cargie Greaves medal, Geelong's best and fairest, twice. True or false?
False.
Could you tell me how many times you think he has?
3.
Good girl. Well done. It is 3. Joel played his 150th game against Melbourne in round 16, 2013. True or false?
False.
It's true. Bad luck.
Sorry, Joel.
It's all right. He won't be getting too offended. He'll be okay. Joel represented the Big V at the age of 18. True or false?
True.
False. Correct. He was 19. Well done, mate. Glad you knew that. Excellent. Joel won the Best and Fairest award in 2012. Sorry, I'll read that again. Joel won the Best Captain award in 2012. Is that true or false?
I think it's false.
What year would you say it was if it was
14?
13? But you got it. All right. So well done. Here's your last question. Joel has won the Robert Rose Award for Most Courageous Player 5 times. True or false?
Oh, if he didn't, he deserves it, so I'll say true.
You're actually false. You've oversold him this time. He won it 4 times, 2009, 12, 13 and 14. Congratulations, Joel. What did Robin finish up with? A score of 4? 6? Well done. Not bad at all. So, Kerry.
I'm just wondering, can we swap spots? Do you want to put your hands?
Oh, you want me to ask Scott questions about you?
Yeah, you probably know the answers better.
I don't know
than
how that would work. That's going to be interesting. All right, but at least now you've got the gist of it.
Okay.
You okay?
Yep.
All right, here we go. Here's your first question. Scott's middle name is Francis. True or false?
False.
It's true. Scott was born in Ballarat. True or false?
False.
Correct. He was born in Bendigo. Scott's birthday is the 27th of March. Is this true or false?
False.
It's true. Scott debuted in 2008. True or false?
False.
No, it's true. All right. Scott has kicked a total of 39 goals in his career to date. True or false?
True.
Correct. Scott was a West Coast Eagles club champion twice. True or false?
False.
Correct. Well done. Shush out there, everyone. Scott played his 100th game against North Melbourne in round 8, 2013. True or false?
False.
No, it's true. Scott is the third youngest out of his brothers. True or false?
True. False.
Do you want to answer that, Scott? What would that be?
I'm fourth.
Fourth. Yeah, he's fourth.
All right, which makes him the youngest. Scott played his junior football for Sandhurst. True or false?
False.
No, it's true. And your last one for this segment, what's the score there? 4, is it? Can't really win, Kerry, but...
Double points.
Double points. No, I can't, because no. In 2011, Scott won the best and fairest at West Coast. Is this true or false?
True.
It's false. 2012. We have a winner. Guess what, Robin? You win. Congratulations. Well done. That was great. Kerry, we don't like to see people walk away empty-handed here, so there's a bottle of wine to go and for your condolences, okay? But Robin, for you, we've got a $50 Pancake Parlour voucher, $40 Your Jersey voucher, $100 Lobster Cave voucher, $20 Big Pig Little Pig, and $20 Celebrations. $230 worth of vouchers. There you go, my dear. Well done. Oh, and Kerry, you can take that as well. Well done. Good on you, darling. That was beautiful. Thanks, boys. A little bit of fun. All right, we need 2 more contestants. Sandy's getting them up here. We got Jan. Hello.
Jan and Leanne.
Jan and Leanne. You girls could form a rock band.
Leanne Morrison and...
I don't need their surnames. That'll be fine. That's okay. Nice to see you, ladies. Hello, Jan.
No, Leanne.
Oh, hello, Leanne. Hey, all right. It's working really, really well, this segment already. Ladies, what's going to happen here, you're going to be now scoring. So if the boys flip that back to 0, if you could hold on to our extremely elaborate scoring system. Boys, what's going to be happening here, I'll introduce the segment and then I'll explain it to you. This is where they get to play and you get to all have a little bit of a laugh at their expense. No, not like that at all. This segment is called, as it's being introduced now, called Lose Yourself.
Down, the whole crowd goes so loud. He opens his mouth, but the words won't come out. He's choking how? Everybody's choking now. The clock's run out. Time's up.
Here we go. What happens here, ladies and gentlemen? Guys, I've got a 26-sided die here. I'm going to be spinning this up. Whatever letter it lands on, you then have to write down that starting with whatever subject I come up with. So I'll give you an example. If I was to spin it and it came up with an L and I said, give me a lady's name, and you went Lucy Lou, you'd get 2 points. Okay? That's how this is going to work. So I'm going to spin the die and we're going to see how we go, all right? This is nothing really about football. This is just to test how quick they can think on their feet. Because you've got around about 3 seconds. You're going to write them down when I give it to you. So this is the letter. The letter is M, all right? So here we go. 3 seconds on each, thereabouts. Give me a girl's name starting with the letter M. Give me a piece of fruit. Give me a car. Give me a suburb in Melbourne. Give me an animal. Give me something you eat. You're all playing along, yeah? All right. Give me a vegetable starting with M. Give me a job. Give me a musical band or artist. And your last one, give me a baby's name. All right. How we go, boys?
What did you get for 7?
Keep the pressure down. All right, here we go. Jan and Leanne, welcome to the show. This is where you get to now participate. Well, you don't. The score pad will do that for you. Yeah. What you'll be doing is I'm going to be now reading out. The boys have got their microphones in hand. I'll be reading out and they'll give me their answers and we'll see how things go, all right? And you'll then turn it over.
Oh, you're right.
He's pulling him up,
Just
don't
don't look at the spelling,
Pens down. Pens down. Thank you. All right. Boys, here we go. Give me a girl's name starting with M.
Margaret Moore.
Margaret Moore.
Oh, do we allow
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Marie. Mother Marie.
No.
Mother Marie.
You're not getting two for that.
He questions his.
Chance.
Oh, shit.
No chance.
All right. Yeah, Mother Marie. Yeah. We got 2 each then, ladies. All right. That's 2 each. A piece of fruit.
I had mango.
Mandarin.
Mango and mandarin.
I don't reckon he knows how to spell that either, so it'd be good to get the spelling.
The 3-second rule got me, wasn't
Oh,
it?
yeah, that's what it was.
We had, I'll share this one with you. We had Dusty Martin on the other week, and I love Dusty. But we had a piece of, something that you eat starting with L, and he wrote down licorice, but he spelled it with an S and a H, which was really interesting. All right. So, question 3. A car starting with M.
Mustang.
Oh,
Both had Mustang.
cool. Point each. A suburb in Melbourne.
Melton.
Mount Morency.
Oh, yeah,
nice
cool. Like it. Bit of lateral thinking there, Scotty. I like
Wonder
it.
why he's been out that way. What have you been doing out there?
We might have to save this for after the
Interesting
show.
place to go and be,
All right, an animal. Give me an animal.
where we are? Oh, I've got a meerkat.
Meerkat, yeah.
I've got a mule.
A mule. All right.
even know if that
Not
is an
bad.
animal.
How are we going there for scores, ladies? 6 all.
Oh, I reckon I've got one up on him, don't I?
Yeah, I think he did because he got
Montmorency.
Yeah, no, that was all right, but he got another one here for Montmorency. So there's. You did. All right. Oh, we're only doing one word. All right. We're only going to go one word, Scott. Yeah,
No, that's
sorry,
2.
we've been overruled.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Something that you eat. We've done that, haven't we? Yeah.
No.
No.
I didn't get anything down.
I put Macca's. Only after games.
Oh, that's nearly worth 2 points, I reckon. No, that's good. All right. A vegetable.
Mushroom.
I didn't get anything for that
Mushroom. All right. Yeah. A job.
I had a mine worker.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was on to
Minor.
my a men's land assistant, but happy? Thank you.
I wonder where he's been there. Why he's been there.
No.
No.
What do you reckon? Yeah, what about over there? What do you guys reckon? Menswear? No, it's overruled. No, okay. Sorry, mate.
That's all right.
All right, number 9. We're up to number 9. Musical band or artist?
Yeah, we both had Muse.
Yeah, the Muse.
Okay, all right. 1 each.
Older brothers' influences,
Oh.
I think.
Yeah. All right. And your last one.
Lucky we're not naming babies soon. That's all I
H.
can say before this one.
So we're 8 versus 9.
Yeah.
All right. This is the last one. A baby's name starting with M.
I had Mick.
And I've got Mike. Our partners aren't going to be right with those.
But we have a winner then, don't we? 9
won.
versus 10. Way to
Really?
go. Leanne, congratulations. Scotty, well done, mate.
First time I beat him in
Damn it.
anything.
Thank you very much. Thanks, Jan. Hey, Jan, don't go away. We've for a runner-up prize, a stubby holder, a bumper sticker and a key ring. Stick the bumper sticker on your car. If you haven't got a car, stick it on your pet. And for you, Leanne, $205 worth of vouchers, mate. Not too bad. Thank you very much. Thanks for playing. Not too bad at all. Thanks, boys. I like that. A little bit of fun. We're going to move into another segment now. This is just to get you boys on your feet, thinking again. This segment's called What Can I Say? What I'm going to do here, boys, I'm just going to ask you to finish the sentence. You can say it in a word, or you can finish it however you want. What would you... what would you? Would you like to see State of Origin return?
You go first.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I'm not that... Yeah. I'm not a huge fan. I love club footy. So
Okay.
I'd rather, pull on the jumper for your club and give as much as you can rather than do it
No worries,
elsewhere.
mate. Good answer. Is the shot clock good or bad for football?
We've seen cases of both.
Yeah.
I think it's good.
Okay.
I think, it can really, bring a game tight, but it can also ruin a game.
Can I ask you then, what were your thoughts on what Melbourne did last weekend in just running down the clock?
I think that's very smart as a football person.
Yep.
Watching the game, I was disappointed because I thought Carlton were putting up a great fight.
Yeah, and it took all the wind out of it. Yeah,
Sure did.
Scott.
Yeah, and I thought it was very smart as well, but I think that's why it's bad for the game, because you want to try and see the game on the line and a team forced to have a shot and then go from there. But at the same time, it was very smart, and I think would probably do the same thing.
Yeah, okay, good. Playing down in Tassie is?
Yeah, not good. Well, our boys are pretty happy with it this year, weren't they? We've got 3 Tassie boys on our list at the moment. So we had a couple of tour guides, so I think that helped.
Yeah, right, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and Scott, your thoughts?
Yeah, no, not enjoyable.
Not even enjoyable.
No.
Is
You
it,
probably had to do it when you played at West Coast.
Yeah, that's right. So it was such a long trip.
That's a big trip,
We
that
had
one.
6
Playing
hours.
Hawthorn when
there
they're
and
playing
back.
well.
Yeah, okay.
So long.
Yeah, taking a specky is?
I got one this year, my first one
Yes.
in 10 years.
Yeah, you did
thanks for
too.
bringing it up. It's only been an hour in, but I'm glad we got around to it.
Checking your watch too, wow.
I made sure it got viewed throughout the week, so the boys got to see it again, which was good. So
Good.
if you didn't see it, it was against Port Adelaide. And
Google it.
Find it on YouTube, or we can put it on the show.
All right, we will. I'll do that just for you.
Yeah, he did request it for team meetings too. That the first thing to be highlighted is his mark, but I wouldn't. It's probably unknown for me. I've never taken one before and not even gotten close. So
That's not true. That week that I did take one, he did send one through that
Oh, yes.
you were jumping over someone. I think it was even Adam, our brother.
yeah,
that
I
right?
took one over Adam against Carlton. We played Carlton and we were losing by about 10 goals, and I was only young, so I thought. I might as well have a crack, and it was over him and Nick Stevens at the time, and it was more so the fact that I took it over Adam, I think, rather than Nick Stevens that I was happy about. So
Good on you. Sibling rivalry, love it. Should a 9-point goal be in home and away games?
Oh no, I'm traditionalist.
Yep, good.
no, I don't think so.
Yep, beautiful. Travelling interstate is?
Well, it's fun for us now, I think, because we only do it 6 times for the year, so we see it as a good outlet. Try and spend more time together. So
Okay. Yep.
Yeah,
Same.
enjoyable now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, good.
now he said,
Now, yeah.
not in the olden days.
No. Should Tasmania have a team of their own?
I think that we could get to a stage where we do take one down there.
Yep. Okay.
Probably looks like it's going to be North Melbourne rather than anyone else.
All right. Scott?
I don't think so. I just think the growth is already there of what it's already done. So I think we've already sort of reached its maximum. It'd be great for Tasmania and everything like that. And I know it'd be great for the game. But I just think in terms of where the game's going and what they're trying to do with it, I can see them expanding in other areas before they go down to Tassie. Tassie's always going to be there for Hawks and North Melbourne, I think, unfortunately.
Oh, yeah, all right. Should the ball be bounced or thrown up?
Thrown up.
Okay.
Thrown up.
Thrown up. Good.
Even chance, throw it up.
Yep. Geelong supporters are?
Loyal.
Unbelievable.
Sometimes grumpy.
Loyal, grumpy.
Sometimes impatient.
Okay.
But yeah, we've probably played some footy that makes them do that roller coaster. But we have had a good journey the last 10 years. So.
Yep, for sure. I hear you. Your thoughts on a Twilight Grand Final?
Well, I'm against the people saying no. I mean, we watch the American sports, and being an American sports lover, you see the show that goes on around it, and
spectacle.
You get to celebrate it for a whole day. Then,
Yeah.
You don't get to 5 o'clock and it's all over.
Yeah.
And then
Okay.
you go do your own thing. So I like that a huge build up.
Yeah. Good on you, mate. Good
Big
answer.
show.
Your
Yeah,
thoughts,
I'm
Scott?
similar. I think you can celebrate other things on that day as well. I know they have the breakfast and things like that, but it'd be great to get to a point where we have AFLW, the women's grand final on the same day before the game or something like that. I think we can expand out even further and do more things with it on the day. So I reckon it'd be pretty cool for footy.
Yeah, good on you. Okay. Good for footy. We got it in again. I
There
love
you
it.
go.
Good for
There you
footy.
go.
You might have to take
Yeah, I'll give you a stubby holder for that at the end of the show. Well done, mate. That's brilliant. The rule of nominating in a ruck contest is?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't had to do it yet, so I'm glad.
Yeah.
Nah,
That's okay.
it's a bit token.
Yep.
Yeah, I
I probably alluded to this before, but what is your favourite ground to play on?
Home. We love playing. Well, I love playing at home, and
Yeah.
Scoot's only got to do it a couple of times.
Yeah, I'm the same. It was the hardest road trip coming for us over here and playing that way, and the Cats just played so well. I think at the time they were, almost 40 straight on their home deck or something ridiculous like that. So
Fantastic.
yeah, it's definitely home. We love it. We've got great fans that get along and support the way they do. So it's awesome.
Brilliant with the new stand and all the facilities. Obviously, Danger had alluded to it that when you go to Port Adelaide, or when you go to Adelaide, I should say, that you play in the Fortress when you get there. That's what you want to turn Cardinia Park into. It's
Yeah,
good
that's
stadium.
it. And we get the advantage of being sort of the only one of the sides that actually get to train on the ground that they get to play on.
Yeah.
So all the other sides are off doing it elsewhere.
Yeah.
And, that's where we find ourselves playing the ground quite well because of that.
Yeah, I love it. Being an AFL footballer is...
Special, I think. I think we're just
Special.
unbelievably special and lucky in terms of what we're able to do and what we can give back and what we can try and achieve as individuals and as a group.
Good on you, mate.
Yeah, fun.
Fun.
Yep.
All right, let's go with that. Your thoughts on Good Friday football?
Well, I liked it this year how they built it into the children's game too. So
Royal Children's Hospital,
I think that there was a good place for it.
Great.
Yeah, probably similar.
Okay, all right.
Two good Catholics up here.
Yes.
Same
Most
mum
of the
and
time.
dad.
Yeah,
Most of the time.
yeah, most of the time. An AFL coach's job is?
Wow, yeah, something about time. Because they
Yeah.
spend a lot of time worrying about,
Yeah.
everything and us
Yeah.
and what's coming up. I don't know. I wouldn't want to, be a partner of one.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's huge. I think that's what I would probably say is that you've got your coaching, you're trying to coach the guys and coach the team, but you've also got media stuff to do, sponsor stuff to do, get back to emails from whoever within the football department and try and gel the whole football club together, really. So there's so many more other areas to it that I think just probably people don't realise, and even players, we don't realise either, that I don't think it'd be that enjoyable.
Yeah, no, I'm getting tired thinking about it. Playing for Geelong is?
Yeah, very cool for me. I think.
Look at the answer from Scotty first.
Yeah, it's probably
Have
just
to make sure he's saying the right one. That's right.
probably just admiring them for so long as a footy club and how good they were and the culture that they built. You're probably more envious of the culture than the wins because you knew the wins came because of the culture. So now to be a part of it, you can sort of see what's driven, why it's driven and why it's so important. And naturally, I think that's why we do win close games and why we do, when we're down and out, we sort of find a way at the moment to get the job done.
Well done.
Yeah, it's just a joy to come play. Being a supporter beforehand, knowing what the club have been through, and then finding about the story of the debt and getting out of that.
Yeah.
And the good people that have been
Yeah.
involved. You just become so invested in what it's all about.
Good on you, mate. I like that. Geelong this year will finish
On top. Yep. We've got to play GWS and Adelaide on the way home, and
Yep.
we don't look at the ladder too much. But someone told me we're sitting in third, 6 points above fourth. Percentage is okay, but yeah, we've obviously got to win some games on the way home. But we're going to finish high on the ladder, and that's what we wanted to do at the start.
Excellent. All right. Your Brownlow tip for this year?
Yeah, I think it's hard to see Danger not winning it probably again. But in saying that, Dusty, I haven't watched enough of Dusty, and he's apparently played unbelievable footy, and probably Joel as well is probably another one that's going to be up there, and that's maybe why both of them can't win it. But I sort of again probably don't believe that as well, because if you're not getting 3 votes, you're probably getting 2 with them too. So
Yeah. Okay.
I think the last 7 weeks that we've seen Paddy put together after people were saying he had a slow start, which when he had a slow start, it was still pretty handy for us because he was kicking a couple of goals and usually having about 30. I just think that he'll be too far ahead already, hopefully.
Yeah, okay.
Star, absolute star.
That's cool. Thursday night footy is?
I enjoyed it.
Yep.
Tough for families, people to go, but sitting at home and knowing that the footy's coming for the weekend, the more footy, the better. I'm a footy lover.
Good. All right.
yeah, I love it too.
Yep.
Yeah, I think it's really good and similar sort of things. I know it's hard for fans, and attendances were a little bit low whenever we've had it, but it's really good for the players, and it's good for getting everyone to watch around Australia. And Joel gets his haircut that week. He's knowing that it's going to be the first
Usually
game
on
of
the
the
Tuesday.
week. And
Well
then he'll
done.
get a haircut that's too short again, and it probably won't regrow for another sort of 6 weeks, but he still goes to the same hairdresser.
I did say they were one-word answers, didn't I? Yeah. All right. When you see a poster or merchandise of yourself, what do you think?
Shit,
How'd
I look
they
like
get
Joel.
that?
Shit, I've got the job.
What did you say?
Shit, I look like Joel.
Yeah, I'm wondering where they get the picture from and who chose it.
Yeah, okay. All right. What's your reaction when you see a kid with your number on their back?
Oh, it brings a smile to your face.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, same. And it's a bit more rarer in my case than Joel, so...
I probably smile more when I see a number of number 16 on than a
beautiful.
14.
It's probably a bigger smile from me.
I like it. Is staging a reportable offence?
Oh, it's a fine, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, fine, yep.
Yeah, no, not really. Just
Okay.
as long as there's no free kicks paid against.
Yeah, all right. Pre-season games are?
I like to say limited, but I'm a veteran now, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, enjoyable, I
Okay.
think. Yeah, enjoyable, young kids.
We got to play in
different
Bendigo.
gelling. We got to play in Bendigo.
That would have
I
been
didn't
cool.
get to play in Bendigo, you did. I went to Bendigo.
Which was good to get back there and play there.
Okay.
But yeah, to be honest, I reckon only one because you do enough match play and match simulation throughout the week.
Yeah, okay. All right, your second last question. The deliberate rush behind rule is?
Yeah, good for footy, I reckon. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, it's
Getting that
great for
plug in.
footy. It keeps live. It's good for footy. No, but it is. I mean, just keeping the game alive, tight. See those defenders, sweat it up a bit more. Andrew Mackey's our best one at it. We like seeing footage of him absolutely himself on the line. But
Always makes good for the review as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah, all right. Last question, boys. Tomato sauce, do you keep it in the fridge or the cupboard?
Cupboard.
Same household.
All right. Hey, I'm having a lot of fun with these two. It's really difficult to understand. I've still got so much of the show to do, but it's just wonderful because you've been both so candid and I'm loving it. So thank you very, very much. Put your hands together for them, please, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks, boys. Thanks heaps. I just need two contestants up here. All you're going to be doing is, yep, Sandy's got them. They're just going to be holding the score paddles and you two are just going to be answering a couple of questions. What I've got here, boys, see these... You've got a little red buzzer in front of you there, Scotty. What I need you to do is pick that up and place it on top of your microphone. Yep. All right, so you pick up the microphone. Whoops, Sandy, can you...
Oh.
That's beautiful. Well done. Take that and that. Thank you very much. Just test your buzzer. Beautiful. So you're the rooster and you're the dog. All right. Okay, so we've tested that. Who have we got here, San?
Carleen
Carleen.
and Jez.
And Debbie.
Jez.
Jez.
Yes.
Jez.
Yes.
All right, thank you.
Yes.
Nice to meet you, Jez. Alinko. All right, I've got it now. Jez and Carleen. What we're going to do here, ladies, you're going to be keeping score. Pretty simple. I'm going to be asking the boys a series of questions. We're going to introduce a segment that's called Who Can It Be Now? All right, a little bit of fun, guys. You've tested your buzzers, so we know that we've got the rooster and the dog. There we go. Excellent. Beautiful. Boys are getting nice form. What I'm going to do here, boys, I'm going to ask you who from your club, so it's sort of like a who am I. I'm going to read it out, and then you have to tell me who you think this player is. Okay. All right? So it's very much similar to an intro to you. All right. So I was born on the 1st of December 1990. I debuted in 2010. I've played over 90 games of football and kicked just over 60 goals as of June this year. Joel.
Lockie Henderson.
No. You're free to get the rest of the question.
Yeah, I'll take the rest of it then.
Yeah. My junior club was Bury. I was recruited from West Adelaide. Can I go again? I wear the number.
Adelaide.
Who?
Reece Stanley.
Yes. Correct. Yeah, number one. Yeah, I know. Well, I can't go out there and tell them all. Shh. You know. All right. Please, no one scream out the answers. Here we go. Question number 2. So we've got 1 point. All right. Well done. Thank you, Carleen. All right. I was born on the 23rd of October, 1996. Giving it away yet? I debuted in 2015. I've played over...
Nakai Cockatoo.
Very good. Well done. Nice, Scotty. All right, number 3. I was born on the 28th of March, 1991. I debuted in 2000...
Mark Blitzarves.
Oh, my God. Wow.
I'm good with birthdays. Good with birthdays.
Wow. He's actually won because I've only got 5 questions. But because we're having a little bit of fun, we'll go with the last 2 anyway, eh? You've won. Congratulations.
Righto.
That was bloody awesome, Scoot. All right. I was born on the 12th of June, 1986. I debuted in 2008.
Harry Taylor.
Yes! Yeah, well done.
Harry Taylor.
Yeah, well done. You got that. I only read out 2 lines. All right. Last one. Here we go. We could do it. Nah. Yeah, bonus. I knew you'd say that.
7 questions.
Well, unless you want to run back to my place and get the 7th one. I was born on the 19th of August 1992. I debuted in 2011. I've played over 115 games of football and kicked just over 35 goals as of June this year.
Cam Guthrie.
Oh, he's good.
All right,
He's
very
good. Well done. Congratulations, Scott. That was fantastic. Not bad, Joel. He's
Well,
bit
it's a part of
competitive.
his job when he got to the footy club to get to know the boys. So you just got to teach a captain now.
Well done, mate. Guess what, my dear? You win. There's your vouchers, $205 worth just for turning over. Not too bad. Sandy will take that back off you. And
Sorry,
you
Jess.
don't go away empty-handed. There's a stubby holder and a key ring and all of
Two
that.
sisters.
Wow. All right. Thanks, boys. Well done. That's the end of our games. Ladies and gentlemen, every Wednesday we do these shows from venues all across Melbourne. Next week, it's July the 19th. It's Collingwood's Adam Treloar and Brodie Grundy, live from the Mulgrave Country Club in Wheelers Hill. July the 26th, we're doing a Western Bulldogs show with Luke Dowhouse and Easton Wood, live from the Westside Hotel in Laverton. On August the 2nd, we've got Richmond's Dustin Martin and Jack Rewalt, live from the Excelsior Hotel in Thomastown. On August the 9th, we've got Melbourne's Max Gawn and Jaden Hunt, live from the Burvale Hotel in Nuttawading. If you'd like to get tickets to any one of the shows, get onto the That's Good for Footy website. It's got it all now. It's ticketing, it's memorabilia, it's everything. Just go to the That's Good for Footy website. As I said, every Wednesday night we do these shows live. I get great players on the shows because we don't expect too much of them.
That's fun.
In saying that,
Thank you.
in saying that, the only reason that I know they like doing it is because it's relaxed and it's funny and it's enjoyable. And I loved having you guys on tonight. It was seriously fantastic.
We appreciate it.
Yeah, we appreciate it, yeah. Thank you very much.
Nice, was comfortable crowd. Nice to be in the backyard and be able to do it here too.
Yeah, it's great. Wish I had fire and marshmallows here. No, it was seriously great. I was excited when I came up with the concept and I texted you and I said, hey, listen, do you reckon it'd be cool? I'd love to get you and Joel along for it. And you texted me back and you went, yeah, man, let's do it. So thank you. Thank you very much. I'm really happy for it. As I said, please, thanks, Sam, for doing PA and everything tonight. Sandy on the floor and the door. Thanks also to Katie. She helped with Sandy and did it all tonight. Thanks, Dodsy. Thanks for organising. Thanks to everyone at the South Barwon Football Club. Really appreciated everybody getting involved in that. Thanks, Ben. He's done a great job yet again. I love him being on board. Can you now please thank Joel and Scott Selwood? Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thanks very much.
I hope you guys had a good time tonight. It was all good? Yeah, great. Thank you very much for appearing. I just want to say, ladies and gentlemen, this has been the That's Good for Footy panel show. My name's Damien. Thank you and good night. Cheers, guys.